Hello there, it's Fabienne Fredrickson from clientattraction.com, where we help you get more clients, make more money, and multiply your business from where it is now to ultimately 7 figures if you want that. And today's topic, this is a question I get often. It's, Fabienne, how do I deal with prospects or people who want my stuff but aren't willing to pay for my services? And I have experience with that. You know, I've been doing this for about 12 years now, and lots of people in the past, especially if they see me speaking, I get off the stage, hundreds of people, and there are people lining up, and then they say, so I wonder if you can help me with blah, 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 blah. And here I've just spent 3 hours on stage or an hour and a half giving the best of my best stuff, and yet there's this boundary that some people don't get. And you know, I've done it too. I remember one of my friends, we went out to lunch many, many years ago in New York City, and I said, so who do you use for this? And who do you use for that? And you know, she just, it was the wrong thing to say. So I'm not judging, I'm here to, because I've done it myself, I'm here to show you how you can handle it. So the very first thing that you want to do is let people know on your website that there is an investment in working with you, right? A lot of people seem to think that it's free. I have a client in Australia, I have a couple clients in Australia that I Skype with, but one of them says, oh, you know, she's been giving away content for so many years for almost nothing. And the minute she started charging a little bit more, people started getting angry. It's the people who have been getting free stuff for a long time. So let people know that there is an investment in working with you. Okay, I know that sounds simple, but it's the very first thing that you should do. So you should put that on your website. There are people who will try to pick your brain, like I just said a few minutes ago, and here's my elegant answer. You know, that's a great question. That's exactly what I talk about when I work privately with someone. Let me know if you ever want to chat about working together. That's all you have to say. It immediately creates a boundary, and they get it. I mean, they know inside that they're just trying to like pick at you and get something for free. And the way that I also go around that is by, I wrote this down, oh yes, refer them to your free content. So when somebody tries to get, you know, push some boundaries, you know, because a lot of people ask me stuff, and I give a lot of free content on the internet, on video training series, articles, blogs, on Facebook, I'm teleseminars, I'm constantly giving free content. So if somebody has questions, say, you know what, there is so much of my free content online. Why don't you go to Google and do a search for Fabienne Fredrickson, or go to my Facebook fan page? You'll see so much stuff there. And then again, they realize like, oh, okay. And not everybody does this. Obviously, there are people who are immediately willing to pay for what you have to offer. And then there's one last bonus final tip. And this is from, this is where an example where I actually stopped giving free consultations many years ago. So here I was living in New York City, and I was listed on some business coaching directory. And I got a call from this guy who shall remain unnamed. And he said, I see that you give a free consultation. I'm interested in hiring you. And so we set it up, because that's what I was offering, a 1-hour free consultation. I cringe just thinking about it now. And I gave him the entire consultation, but he kept asking me questions throughout the consultation, which wasn't really a consultation in my words. It was more of a get acquainted session to see if we could help. And it was almost like he was grilling me. And then I found out, because word travels always, right? You gotta have integrity. I found out that he had called every single business coach on that directory and grilled them all for a full hour. Now, I got the last laugh because eventually he ended up working with me. So, you know, and he got good value. And I think he recognized that. But the idea is no longer have free consultations. I know there's some people out there saying, yes, free consultations. I personally don't believe in that. I believe that when you tell people it's a free consultation, either they will know that there's going to be a catch, or they will think that you are available for grilling. Instead, I believe in creating a space, I call it a get acquainted session to find out if we should be if it makes sense to work together. Whatever it is that you call it, my advice would be, don't call it the free consultation. So those are all ways of dealing with people who seem interested in working with you but aren't willing to invest, and whether it's for your product or for your service. And so, refer them to your free content and say, listen, when it feels right and you're ready, just raise your hand and let's see about working together. And that's worked very well. It's helped me stay in my truth and feel honored, and it also honors where they are if they're not ready quite yet. So that's your assignment for the week, is start putting a little bit of those boundaries in place so that you don't feel like people are getting too much from you when you're not willing to give it. Okay, so that's your assignment. Listen, if you haven't gotten the free CD yet, called How to Attract All the Clients You Need, it is really free. It is a full hour of me teaching you really great stuff about client attraction, about how to make more money, how to get more clients, and all that good stuff. If you don't have it, just go up to the top of this page. You'll see a free CD. There's no gimmick, there's no sales, there's no catch. I even pay for the shipping, right? Because I love to give. So, and if you like it, maybe one day you'll become my client. Who knows? If not, it's my way of giving value. So go up there, fill your information on the boxes up there, and you will also receive, once you sign up for that, you will also receive these videos by email every single Friday, so you never miss an issue. And listen, if you get to a point where you're ready to work with me, then go to clientattractionwinnersacademy.com and let's set up a time to see if it makes sense for us to work together. Not a free consultation. Wink. We'll see you then next Friday. Bye-bye.